Welcome to the Red Zone, the channel that cuts through the noise and exposes the hidden truths shaping your future. Tonight, we are exposing the ultimate act of betrayal. We're talking about a clandestine network, the deep state executing a coordinated, multi-pronged plan to neutralize candidates and sabotage the 2024 election, and the paper trail confirms it. You will see the precise strategies they are using to silence voters and manipulate the final results. This is not hyperbole. It is a verifiable operation running on taxpayer money. If you value the integrity of your vote and the truth, hit the like button now to push this video past the censors. Subscribe to join the Red Zone and never miss an alert. Let's get started. The 2024 election is not just a contest between two parties. It is a battle for the soul of the Republic, and it is being rigged before your eyes. We have penetrated the smokescreen of political theater to expose this greatest threat to American democracy. The deep state's new playbook uses three main weapons, and they are deployed simultaneously. The first, and most visible, Lawfare, the systematic weaponization of the justice system itself. We are seeing an unprecedented deluge of politically motivated indictments, civil suits, and endless legal battles designed not to secure justice, but to bankrupt, exhaust, and monopolize the candidate's time. The strategy is simple: to make the act of running a national campaign impossible. It is death by 1,000 paper cuts, funded by your tax dollars. The second weapon is the censorship infrastructure. This is a terrifying synergy between federal agencies, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, even branches of the CDC, and powerful non-profit foundations. Their goal is a systematic effort to label any dissenting viewpoint, any inconvenient truth, as misinformation or foreign influence. This labeling is then handed off to major social platforms as a direct order, forcing the removal, suppression, or shadow banning of content and voices that threaten the established narrative. They are building a digital wall around the truth, controlling what 300 million Americans are allowed to see and believe. Who is running this operation? It is not a single person. It is a shadowy fusion of career, unelected bureaucrats, high-level operatives in key federal agencies, certain corporate media executives, and powerful non-profit foundations who act as a unified political machine. They are the permanent governance of the system that operates regardless of who the American people elect. Their primary motivation is not allegiance to the Republican or Democratic Party, but the preservation of their power and their access to the national budget. Their fear is accountability, and their method is total, systemic control. They fear a leader who does not owe them favors. They fear a public that sees the truth. The scope of this organizational threat is shocking. They hide in plain sight, controlling the flow of information and the levers of governmental power. The deep state's actions aren't theoretical. They are a direct, measurable violation of the constitutional rights of every American voter and candidate. This is a deliberate undermining of the democratic process from within. In segment 2, we will pull back the curtain on the specific, newly uncovered internal documents and the alarming technological tools being deployed right now, the AI and data programs to track, categorize, and silence American voters. You need to see the digital battlefield where your tax dollars are really being spent. Welcome back to the Red Zone. In segment 1, we revealed the Lawfare and Censorship infrastructure being built. Now, we dive into the chilling evidence. The official data, often buried in dry, nondescript government reports and obscure court filings, paints a terrifying picture of collusion. We are seeing hard evidence of federal agencies engaging in coordinated action. That is the key phrase with big tech and corporate media. Entities to suppress stories and shadow ban users deemed threats to democracy. Internal emails, sworn testimonies, and specific legal discovery have confirmed a systematic, ongoing breach of the First Amendment, all executed under the deceitful guise of protecting the public from misinformation. This is government-sanctioned political interference on a massive scale, and it is a direct attack on your constitutional rights. But the most silent and powerful weapon being perfected is the algorithmic weapon. It's the ultimate digital surveillance tool. Federal analysts are utilizing advanced artificial intelligence platforms and massive data harvesting operations to categorize millions of American voters based on their past political speech, their viewing habits, and their social media engagement. This creates a digital watch list that doesn't just track dissent, it predicts it. If you share certain opinions, follow certain independent news sources, or use specific political hashtags, you are categorized and flagged. This data allows the deep state to precisely target and suppress information in crucial swing states and key demographics. manipulating the national narrative without ever having to issue a public statement or fire a shot. It's a quiet coup executed entirely by code and paid for by your tax dollars. They are controlling the information stream right to your phone, and the danger is compounded by the legal precedent trap. Perhaps the most insidious tool is the creation of new, dangerous legal frameworks. By aggressively pursuing unprecedented legal theories against political opponents, such as redefining legitimate political inquiry as an act of conspiracy, they are setting irreversible traps for future administrations. Every indictment, every ruling, every fine imposed is less about justice in a specific case and more about establishing a permanent system where the sitting power can eliminate any future non-compliant challenger with a simple flick of a legislative or judicial wrist. They are building a legal cage around the presidency itself, ensuring that only approved establishment candidates can survive the gauntlet. The mainstream media and key figures in Washington treat any mention of this deep state operation as a fringe conspiracy theory, a paranoid delusion. This blanket denial is the final piece of the sabotage strategy. It is designed to delegitimize the truth-tellers, a soothe allowing the machinery of sabotage to continue grinding forward in the shadows, unchecked and unopposed. If they control the narrative, they control the outcome of 2024, regardless of how you vote. This failure to acknowledge the threat is not just negligence, it is institutional suicide by design. The threats are clear, but the fight is not over. In our final segment, we will reveal the 3 critical steps every American citizen must take to protect their vote and their voice right now, and the single deadline that could decide whether the 2024 election remains free. Don't go anywhere. The Red Zone has the roadmap for resistance. Welcome back to the Red Zone. We have exposed the deep state's coordinated playbook of lawfare, algorithmic surveillance, and legal traps. Now, we shift the focus to the only entity powerful enough to defeat this invisible enemy, the informed, mobilized American citizen. To reclaim the integrity of the 2024 election and defeat this systematic sabotage, the public must execute a precise 3-step counterplan. Step 1. Embrace unfiltered media sovereignty. We must actively and aggressively break the censorship chokehold. This means consciously divesting your time and attention from corporate media platforms that have proven they operate as extensions of the state. Actively seek out, support, and share information from independent news sources and investigative journalists, not reliant on government contracts or big tech advertising. This is a critical psychological move. Starve the censor and feed the truth. It breaks the algorithmic weapon's ability to control the narrative. Step 2. The localized counterinsurgency. The deep state focuses on Washington, but the vote is counted locally. Focus your efforts not just on the presidency, but on the granular local elections, county election clerks, local judges, school board members, and state legislatures. These are the officials who actually administer the vote, certify the results, and defend the Constitution from political overreach. This is a fight for the republic waged locally, and it is where we can win the earliest victories against sabotage. Step 3. Demand digital privacy and transparency. Every American must demand and utilize end-to-end encrypted communication methods to shield their political conversations and organizational efforts from government surveillance. Furthermore, we must lobby state legislatures to mandate open-source voting technology that is fully auditable and observable by independent third parties. This is a fight for the First and Fourth Amendments, and only transparency can defeat the shadows. This is not just about winning an election, it is about restoring the constitutional checks and balances that the deep state has corrupted. The only power they truly fear is the informed, mobilized American public. The light of truth is the ultimate disinfectant against shadowy operations, and our unity is their ultimate weakness. But we are running out of time. The single date that could determine the fate of this election is not Election Day itself, but the day the major political conventions take place. That period is the final deadline for the deep state to neutralize all primary political threats, finalize their chosen narrative, and secure their legal traps. If we are not organized, educated, and vocal before the conventions, the game may already be over, and the outcome predetermined. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Red Zone's final warning. This is the most crucial time in recent American history. You have been informed, now you must act. We are the only platform giving you the unfiltered truth about the forces aligned against the American voter. What steps are you taking to secure the 2024 election? Sound off in the comments below. Hit that like button if you refuse to be silenced, and subscribe to Red Zone for continuous, unfiltered analysis that defends your freedom. We will not be censored. We will not be controlled. We are the Red Zone. Thank you for watching.